Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your MC tonight, NIK. That has got to be the most apathetic round of applause ever. Are we well, Gloucester? Right, listen, just before we start, could I have every male aged 18 to 41, can you just stand up a minute? 18 to 41, just stand up. Just stand up, 18 to 41. Right, ladies, have a good look, because in 3 days' time they're all being called up for national service, right? And that's it. We're saying goodbye to them all. That's it, sit down. So, are you cold with that door open, so you can close it? You alright? If you get chilly, just cold it. Just close it. So, thanks for coming out tonight. My name's NIK Hill. I'm your MC tonight. So basically my job is just to chat to you initially, get you in the mood, warm you up. And then the format of the evening, for those who haven't been, we've got 3 acts. So we'll have your first act and then a break, so you can get a beer in the break, then a middle act, then a break, and then the third act, and then you can all go home and do whatever it is you want to do. Is that okay? Yeah. And it's lovely that some of you have come in really early. So I've been watching, ladies at the back, you were here 6:45, weren't you? Hello. That was really nice. Unusual for women to be on time, but it was fantastic. Watching you bopping away to Nights on Broadway by Candy Stand, that was lovely, wasn't it? And you two, you were arguing, weren't you, about it? Because you wanted to sit over there on the bench, and she said, no, come and sit down here at the front, and we weren't going to have it. And you said, let's go and sit at the front, and you said, no, I'll be picked on, so I'll be safe in the centre. Which clearly isn't the case, is it? You ain't getting away lightly because you moved that fucking chair from there to there, didn't you? Yeah. And you come in and took your suede waistcoat off, which I thought was a real shame, because you look really smart in that, and now look at the state of you. What's that go there? And the table in the middle full of manops. Middle-aged men on the pull, clearly. Darren Hill, where's Darren? You were so... Oh, this... I can't... I know this is Gloucester. Are we all from Gloucester? All right, okay. So, the table in the middle, Darren, I think you need to be the spokesman, because you were so polite when you came in earlier and said, we're eating in tank, there's a table of 12, what time have we got to be here? This is Gloucester, that doesn't fucking happen, to be quite honest. So, what's your story, men?
Dave's getting married in 2 weeks.
Dave's getting... So, is this a stag? Stag part? What time did you go out drinking today?
Yesterday.
You went out yesterday, and you're in that state. But you're all sober. Ish. Because you're all probably over the age of, 40. Apart from you. And I watched you earlier on, you were like this. You were praying, almost like your head in your hands, saying, please God, what have they got in store for me tonight? So are you guys not from Gloucester? Where are you from? You might find the questions get a bit fucking harder. Try and keep that, guys. Where are you from?
All over, really.
All over. Yeah, that's not very helpful, is it, Darren, to be quite honest? Can we be a bit more specific?
Bristol, Spain.
Spain, fuck off. No, there's not one Spanish person among... Who's the Spaniard amongst you then?
I live in Spain.
You live in... Where are you from originally, though?
South Wales.
South Wales, is it? Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you're very welcome. Whereabouts in South Wales?
Near Aberdeen.
To be honest, I wasn't interested.
No.
Oh, you're very welcome. So, coming up from South Wales to Gloucester, obviously this is...
Flash.
Yeah, flash. Where have you been? Late?
We're late, yeah.
You are late. What have you been doing? What's your excuse? Because the ladies at the back are 47. You were working? You hardly look like you've been working, to be honest. Working at what?
I was working on a bar.
Working on a bar?
Yeah.
What, right on top of it or behind you? Behind? Oh, okay, fair enough. And what about you? What are you doing? Have you been in the sun?
Rubbish. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ, with that red hair, that's a bit dangerous, isn't it? I mean, is that proper red?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to prove it?
So what, you want to see my temper?
Snap. You're all right. Oh, so is there anybody else? So we've got a few people from obviously out of the county. Have we got anybody in from Cheltenham? Oh. one. I love the fact you put your hand up like that. So we just got 3 from Chuck. Well, you're very welcome. What brings you to Gloucester? Because we don't really associate, do we? We don't mix. Come on, let's be honest, Cheltenham people. If Trump could build a wall in Mexico, you'd fucking have one built on the Golden Valley, wouldn't you, really? To segregate us. Isn't that true? So are you posh Cheltenham or rough Cheltenham? Rough Cheltenham. Where from then? Wadden originally. Oh shit, that is rough. Right, Gloucester people, go and lock your cars, he's from Wadden, that is. I normally do this gig, we've been running this gig for 18 months, and I've missed the last 2 for various reasons, so it was nice to obviously come back tonight and do it, but I did a warm-up gig in Cheltenham in the Exmouth Arms on Thursday night, and I just walked down the Bath Road and looked in the charity shop. You've got better fucking clothes in there than we have in the Keys, to be honest. It's awful. And the butchers in Bath Road selling ostrich steaks. Gloucester people, do we know what an ostrich is? No idea. Is there anybody in from the Forest of Dean tonight? No, good, so we can talk about them, right? Because foresters are particularly stupid, aren't they? I don't know if you saw in the paper a couple of months back, there's a plan to reintroduce beavers to the Forest of Dean, as if they haven't got enough problems as it is. And somebody pointed out, because apparently they've got damming problems in Lidbrook, one of the fields really floods, so they're going to introduce beavers. Beavers are hopefully going to come in, build dams and stop the flooding. And somebody asked the forester, you know, beavers, they're quite voracious and they can really spread like wildfire. What are we going to do to keep them in? And he said, we're going to build wooden fences. Do you not get that? Go on then, what is it? You weren't even fucking listening, were you? I don't know why I bother. And there was a report in the paper a couple of weeks ago as well about a Cinderford man caught having sex with a wild boar whilst under the influence of alcohol. Yeah, and I thought, how much Prosecco would a wild boar actually have to drink to make them have sex like that with a man from Cinderford? What the hell was that? Is that your phone?
That's the ex-wife.
The ex-wife. Doing what? Incoming. It's a bit of a special day today, to be honest, because 22 years ago on this day my daughter was born, which is like you give a shit, really. And I was there on the day, and it was quite an emotional moment watching as she was delivered, because as I stared and looked down at her, and she came out black, which was a shock. Has anybody got children? Yeah. I looked down and she was black, right? And apparently that is quite normal. I didn't realise. I thought her mum had been sleeping with Lenny Henry, but she soon whitened up, so that was fine. And I said to her, Chloe, what are you planning for your birthday weekend? You know, you're going to go out with your friends and everything else and get pissed and do all the things a 22-year-old would do. She said, no, Dad, I'm going to come to the comedy night with you, but you're not to mention me. How fucking stupid can somebody be, right? But she is here tonight. I'm not going to point her out because it's just embarrass her. And she's embarrassed me enough in my life. I knew she was destined for greatness, right? I just want to indulge me, right? This is a school report when she was 5. You talk amongst yourselves. I don't really care. To be quite honest. Right, this is a 5-year-old school report. When she was at Dinglewell. Chloe is developing a good understanding of the past and present through her work on stories and old and new toys. She is learning simple geographical language and is able to identify simple local features. She thoroughly enjoys music and uses percussion instruments to create simple rhythms. She is developing good ICT skills and has used different programs. She has used a variety of art materials and her work is becoming more controlled. She is considered the work of professional artists. Right, that's age 5. That's a genuine report, right? This is my school report. Age 5. Michaelmas term 1963. You do the maths. took Nicholas a long time to adapt himself to life in kindergarten. He needs children of his own age to play with, as he is socially immature. How can you be socially immature at 5? Just remember, she's been considering the work of professional artists. This gets better. There is little progress so far towards good table manners. Yeah. And plenty of practice in the holidays with the correct use of a knife and fork would benefit him greatly.
You just don't want to hear that shit, do you, to be honest?
It's also a bit of a special occasion because my wife's just retired. She's reached that age where she can retire, and that's been a worry for her, right? And Chloe's boyfriend Lawrence is also here tonight, and I love him because he's so supportive. And we've just had a conversation a few months ago, and Lynn said, "Oh, you know, I'm really worried about my age and getting to the age of retirement. Nobody will fancy me anymore." And Lawrence said, "Don't worry, my mate Ben would." Followed up by, to be honest, he's so desperate for anything. Yeah, it's not really what you want to hear, is it? So, start, 10 past, I've done 10 minutes, that's enough, because our second act's got to get a taxi later on. So, without further ado, are you in the mood for some fantastic acts tonight? Yeah. That's brilliant. So we're going to welcome to the first act on the stage tonight, a really lovely man called Tom Glover. So, ladies at the back, I know you were dancing to Candy Staten later on, so if you could start the applause at the back. Yeah, come on. Work it all the way through your room, all the way, right the way through to the welcome to stage, very lovely, Tom Glover!
Hello, Gloucester, how you doing? You well? Yeah, this lovely